Hi, this is Jaya. In this video, we shall see about உற்பத்தியை பெருக்குதல். உற்பத்தியை பெருக்குதல் means increasing the production. In order to increase food, what they did is they removed all these unwanted shrubs and even forests were destroyed and they were made it into fertile agricultural lands, and through this they did agriculture and got enough food for themselves, and in that way they classified even the lands as Manavari and other types of lands, and they understood in each land what we have to grow and how we have to grow, and all these were very helpful in giving enough food for the people. And they also made new lands as agricultural lands, and if for that they used to burn the forest and they used to burn the unnecessary shrubs which they were not using. And in one literature work we find that the smoke which rose from this burnt places was written as Idai Muyal Punavan Pugai Nidal Kadukum. This is coming from Agananuru. The meaning of this is Idai Muyal means a rabbit which has a black neck. Punavan means Kattukoravan, that is a person who is guarding that particular place. Pugai Nidal means when he is burning the forest, the smoke which comes from that burnt forest. Kadukum means it will be like that. Meaning, in those days when the persons they want to make agricultural fields, they used to cut the forest and they used to burn it. And this burning, when they are burning, they either burn the sandalwood forest or forest, and that smoke will come, the black smoke. That black smoke is compared to the rabbit's black color neck. And from this song we understand that in those days they created agricultural fields by burning the forest. And the same way we find another song saying, that is from Pattinapalai. The song is காடு கொன்று நாடாக்கி குலந்தொட்டு வலம் பெருக்கி பிறங்கு நிலை மாடத் துரத்தை போக்கி கோயிலோடு குடிநீ இர. Kaadu Kondru means they destroyed the forest. Nadaki means they used it as field. Kulantottu Valam Periki, and in order to irrigate the land they needed water. For that they cut ponds and lakes, and then they made them into fertile lands, and that is the way they used how the land management was there, and for this land management they also knew how to manage water. And above all we understand that sandalwood forest all were turned into agricultural fields, and they understood in which land what type of agriculture should be undertaken, and all this we come to know through literature. And Tarisanila means Vanam Partha Bhumi, that is a land which gets water only from rainfall. These lands all they used to plow very often, and that was known as Varachi Uravu, that is even though there was no rainfall they'll keep on plowing the land to loosen the soil. And the ploughing which was taken in Marudam land was called as Setru, because they had river and other resources of water through which they could irrigate the land, so that was called as Setru. And even during the days when there were no rainfall, they used to plough the land again and again, and that is equal to adding fertilizers, that is manure, to the land. And they understood that by ploughing the land again and again they can reduce the Kalai. Kalai means unwanted things, and this is what Valluvar says as Todupududi Kacha Unangin. That is, Todupududi means solid sand, that is sand which has become like semi rocks, hard stone like rocks. Kacha means they keep on ploughing the land again and again, that these big sand rocks will be broken into small pieces. And Unangin means these small pieces will dry and it will become so very good for agriculture purpose. So when you keep on ploughing the land, there is no need for artificial manure at all, says Valluvar. And even in Kodai Mare, that is summertime, you get rainfall. For that rain to enter into the soil fully, that is to go and form as underground water, they used to plough the land in the crosswise, and that practice is even now continued by our farmers. And by removing the unwanted Kalaigal, they thought like this Kural says, Painkur Kattanathodu Neer, that is it was compared like this. Painkur means fertile plants. This refers to the people living in the land. Kalai means the unwanted shrubs which grow along with the plants, and this refers to the bad people who will cause harm to the citizens. Kalai kattudal means removing them is equal. That is like how you remove the unwanted things from the land and allow a fertile growth and increase the food production. In the same way, by removing unwanted people, bad elements from the society, people will live a happy life. This is said in Tirukural. And in order to preserve and protect the lands, they kept fences, and they also kept parangal, which is a elevated position from where you can view the whole land. All this they used, and all these information we get from literature. And to develop the land, they had so many ways of making the soil fertile. Like they used the waste of animals, that is they used to grow cattle, like sheep and cows and horse, and they used to use the waste of it for the land. And along with it, they used even the dried leaves, and after removing the paddy and all that, they were again returned to the land so that the land will become fertile. And all this we come to find out from many literary works. Like the words are தாது எரு மருங்கின் இரும்புனிற்று எருமை பெரும் செவி குழவி பைந்தாது எருவின் தாதொரு மருது தாது எரு மருங்கின் மூதூர். All this shows that cattle waste was used as manure in those days, and the place where all this was kept is called as Tadoru Mandram. This information we get from Kalitogai, and from this we understand that ancient Tamil people knew how land management was there, and for this land management they knew how to manage water also, and all those management works which they did in those days are in such a way that we can follow it even now, and even now it will be very useful to increase our production. So ancient Tamil people knew a lot of scientific methods, though they did not know it is science, but they applied it in the everyday life and increased the food production, and they have given us that knowledge which we can use even now. If you have anything more to add on to what I've said, please write it in the comment box. Hype the video, like the video, share it with your friends, and if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe and support. Thank you.